playing baseball. Mason's family would like to say thank you for continuing to show up and include Mason. It has meant the world to us, and to have him, this support system, has made a huge difference in his recovery. Words from the FS baseball team and coaches to Mason. When we think about what it means to be a teammate, competitor, and a young man of character, we think of you. The game may have been taken away from you far too soon, but nothing will ever take away the impact you have had on this team, this school, and everyone who has walked beside you through this journey. You will always be a part of this team and this baseball family. The example you have set for us on how to fight will last forever. Your impact on this program will always be felt. We love you and are so proud of you. Let's give it up for another round of applause. Number 9, Mason Davis. Our next senior, number 7, Brady Dale. Escorting Brady out are his parents, Craig and Fran Delk, and his brother and sister. Brady has lettered all 4 years in varsity football, lettered 5 years in varsity baseball, and also lettered 3 years in golf. Future plans for Brady: Brady has committed to play baseball at Wabash Valley Community College in the fall, where he'll major in business management. His most memorable baseball moment is first round of the regional tournament against South Warren his sophomore year. The game was an emotional roller coaster from start to finish. He says we were able to get the final out, and when the ground ball was hit to me, we turned a double play to beat South Warren 3-2 and advance to the second round of the regional tournament. Brady would like to say to his teammates, thanks for the lifetime memories and battling with me to win and succeed. To the coaching staff, thank you for showing me how to play the right way and respecting the game, and especially my dad for spending countless hours teaching me how to hit. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for never giving up on me, believing in me when it was the hardest, and making me the man I am today. Number 7, Brady Dell. This concludes our senior night. We'll get started with our starting lineups just in a few moments after the umpires meet at home plate.
Cool. I've been having Lyric just put me on program and just leave me there. That way she doesn't have to worry about bringing it back or anything like that. You can do the same if you want to. Just trying to simplify for her, I guess. Yeah. She texts me each time she needs to go to the bathroom. I'm like, sure, honey, I'll stay on talking for an extra minute here and give you some extra time. Yeah. Makes me laugh each time, though. Yes, there is, but we're not doing it. Yeah, it's my daughter's kindergarten graduation. Yeah, no, it's Friday. Friday, sorry. We're doing the game on Thursday. Yes. Okay, cool. Welcome in, everybody. 92.3. Welcome in, everybody. It's a 92.3 WFKN, your home for all of today's best country music, and the Will Cody in the Morning Show, bringing you all of today's local news in and around Franklin and Simpson County. Hey, I'm Cody Schuler, excited to be with you here at Greg Shelton Field at Franklin-Simpson High School, the home of your Franklin-Simpson Wildcats, right here on Senior Night, taking on the Greenwood Gators from right up the road, right off exit 22. I don't know why this just hit my brain, but I'm going to say it out loud anyways. Man, if you haven't driven by their school recently, that's a beautiful looking school at this point. They just done a lot of renovation on that. But anyway, that's besides all the point. We're here on Senior Night. We've got two seniors that we're here to recognize. And in particular, we'll talk about Mason Davis. Mason Davis, the young man whose career was cut a little short couple of years ago due to a horrific car accident, but he's still working on his journey every day. Our prayers are certainly up with him and his family each and every single step of their journey. We appreciate them so much for being here and taking the time to let us honor him and all that he has meant to this baseball program, and we, like I said, our prayers are going to continue to be up for Mason and his family and his journey to recovery. Now, we'd also like to honor our senior out on the field here, and that is number 7, the shortstop, Brady Delk. Brady Delk has been a pitcher and a hitter for us all season so far, and he is the one baseball player that I have got to cover for 4 straight years, from the time he entered high school until the time that he's graduating. And he started as a freshman in one of the most difficult positions really to play in all of sports. In football, it's quarterback, which he also plays. In baseball, it's shortstop. And being the shortstop in baseball, it's kind of like being the quarterback of the defense. It's a huge deal. It's a massive thing that people just don't quite understand, because you're the one out there that's calling shifts. You're the one that's out there really being the coach on the field. And Brady has done not just a good job, but a phenomenal job of doing that all 4 years of being here at Franklin-Simpson High School. Brady on the season is hitting .368 and hitting with also 19 runs batted in. And I was just informed today that Brady has actually committed to Wabash Community College, who, if you remember, is also where a pitcher that graduated from here a season ago, I'm looking at his mom out in the crowd right now, Gavin Link, actually committed to Wabash. So maybe they get to be there together next season. That would be really a tremendous thing to see 2 Franklin-Simpson Wildcats at the same college playing baseball together yet again. I know they are still friends. I know they're still in contact with one another. I'd love to see that for those 2 guys. They're excellent young men. I know their families pretty well, and they're just wonderful, wonderful young men. So I hope that they can keep up with things and do what they're always done, and that's just be excellent young men, and along with being great baseball players as well. Now, with all that being said, we just got into the starting lineups here at Franklin-Simpson High School. Let's talk about your starting lineups first for the visiting Greenwood Gators. Leading off at shortstop is going to be Kiyoshi Une, I believe is how that's said. I apologize if I am butchering that, but I think it is Kiyoshi Une. He's a shortstop. He's batting .362 and hitting 17 RBI. Next up is going to be the pitcher for this evening, Jackson Lee. Jackson Lee's hitting .398 with 22 RBI, and since he is going to be on the bump, he's got a 3.87 ERA with 24 strikeouts and 12 walks on the season. Next up, going to be Chaz Huff, the left fielder. Huff's got 337 average with 22 RBIs. Then right fielder, Henry Justice, who's hitting 342 with 17 RBIs. Followed up by the catcher, Griffin Veazey. I think it's Veazey. Once again, I apologize. It's one of those that I don't recognize exactly, but he's hitting 317 with 14 RBI, followed by second baseman Whit Glossick, first baseman Ethan York, third baseman John Kincaid, and center fielder Sam Holder. I went through those real quick because we're going to break for our national anthem. We'll be right back with two most favorite words in all sports, which are play ball, right here live on 92.3 WFKN.
Jake Shockley and your Wildcat head coach is Mr. Matthew Wilhite. We ask you now to direct your attention to the field, and if you're able, please stand. Remove your hats, and as a veteran, you may render a salute to the American flag as we play our.
Well, we're right here. We're in town. If somebody has an issue, we're there either that day or the very next day. So we're able to get to it quick and fix whatever issues anybody has.
Better speeds. I feel like it's a lot more reliable. With other services, you might get interference during like the weather or something, and you might lose service and have to wait for it to dry out again or something like that. But with fiber, you won't ever have that issue just because it is glass, so you can't really, weather's not really going to affect it much unless like a tree tears it down or something. We provide the city and the county, so within city limits, and then most areas that Warren provides electric service to out in the county.
I'm back.
The umpires for tonight's ball game are Mr. Artis Stratton and Mr. Sean King.
Yep.
The National High School Federation of Kentucky High School Athletic Association require officials to enforce sportsmanship rules. High school athletic emphasizes positive values. Participants have worked hard to create a sense of teamwork, respect, responsibility, and perspective. We remind you that good behavior is expected from all, and misconduct will not be tolerated. Let this competition reflect mutual respect among all participants, officials, and fans. Best of luck to both teams. Let's have a great event and enjoy the greatest sporting event around this afternoon, high school baseball game. Let's play ball.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. My name's Cody Schuler. Excited to be with you right here, right now, for getting ready for the first pitch in the game number 2 against the Greenwood Gators this season. And leading off for the Greenwood Gators is going to be shortstop Kiyoshi Une. My apologies on the pronunciation. Kiyoshi Une hits 362 with 17 RBI as the leadoff for Greenwood. And earlier this season at the home of the Gators, your Wildcats traveled to their place up in Bowling Green and came away with a 3-0 win. So we're going to see if we can't replicate a W right here again tonight at the home of the Wildcats, Franklin-Simpson High School's Greg Shelton Field. Man, I'm actually pretty pumped up for this one. It has been a wild day for me personally. Work and everything else that came to follow, and I'm excited to settle in with you guys, everybody listening here on 92.3 FM, whether you're listening on the app or our website, or if you're following along and watching on Franklin-Simpson Channel 9. I thank you so much for being with us. Really appreciate you and your time and supporting our Wildcats here tonight. I'm excited for some baseball, and here we go, play ball. Une is a right-handed hitter. Jordan Brandon on the mound for your Wildcats. Throws strike one to open up the game. Jordan is a tall right-handed pitcher. Throws not quite three-quarter arm, but it's not over the top. Very good pitcher. He's got a 1.20 ERA. He's thrown 50 strikeouts to 22 walks this season. Here's the pitch. Hammered. Oh! Diving in front of it is Turner, but he was unable to glove it. Popped up and thought about throwing it, but held back. Made a diving stop at that one. We're going to give Une a leadoff infield hit. Next up is going to be Jackson Lee, who's the pitcher. He hits .398 on the season. Showing bunt, goes ball high. Oh, so close. Nash Ballou saw Une getting a little bit too far away from first base and threw down to first and nearly caught Une asleep at the wheel over there on first base. Slightly better throw, and that thing would have been an out. Brandon double checking him. Goes ball outside. Une not playing no games this time over on first, and he gets back pretty quickly. But Lee getting ahead in the count, 2 balls, no strikes. That's sent out to right center field. Braylon Turner tracking it. Catches it on the run pretty easily. Made a running play look easy, honestly. That's an athletic man out there in center field, and Braylon Turner. He's been holding down center field for the Wildcats all season long. The Wildcats got 1 away. And the Gators got 1 on, still over on first. And Une. Next up is going to be left fielder Chaz Huff. Huff hits .337 with 22 RBIs on the season. I remember him. And the reason I remember him is because the Gators' colors are like a grass green and yellow. Not quite Green Bay Packers-esque, but pretty close. Slightly darker green. And Huff, always with the bright pink and blue. And
hey, dude. He swung. Check it.
Everything else, I mean, he's got a lot of different colors on out there. I see light blue, teal, orange, everything except for Greenwood colors. 2 balls, no strikes. He attempted a check swing there on the first one where he turned his whole body, but I think he tried to leave the bat on his shoulder, and I don't know about that. We'll see. Got away with it. Here's pitch. Strike 1 on the outside part of the plate from Brandon. Une playing games over there on first base still. He does not get off to too much of a lead, but as soon as Brandon gets into his throwing motion, then he really starts hopping out there towards second. Brandon throws over to first just to keep him honest here. Up in the box is Huff. Here's the pitch. That's a chopper towards third, having to go way deep into the zone, and that's going to be an error. Now, looking at right fielder Henry Justice coming up to bat with runners on first and second here in the top of the first inning. Justice, a .342 hitter with 17 RBI, looking to get out on top of the Wildcats early with 2 on. Runner in scoring position now out on second. Here's the pitch. Yep, he went. Tried to check swing, but I think it was a strike either way. Justice also a right-handed hitter. A little bit of trouble here early on for your Wildcats. Brandon sets, checks the runners. Here's the pitch. Swings through, strike 2. Nice work here by Brandon. Not getting frazzled and getting ahead in this count. 0-2 now with just 1 away. Runners on first and second. Against what is a very good hitter in Justice. with a really nice 342 average. Here's the pitch. Curveball comes in, popped up foul territory. The Gators, 22-9 on the season, 12-3 in the region. One spot ahead of your Franklin-Simpson Wildcats in the number 2 spot in the region. Franklin-Simpson up from the 4 to the number 3 spot now. The highest that
You got 1, 2?
I believe I've seen them
He's thrown 3 pitches.
on the year.
Foul ball back in. I'm confused on that one.
Here's the pitch. Ball must have remained up in the zone a little bit there.
I don't know where he got it, but I don't know.
I think we're looking at 2-2. Here's pitch. Tried to check swing it, and he hits it off the end of the bat, and Brandon fields it cleanly. Sends it over to Lockley, a near collision over there at first base, but they got out number 2.
The next catch is number 5.
Lots of chatter coming out of both dugouts, it appears right now. 2 away and runners on second and third as the runners do move around as we get the force at first. But we're now looking at Griffin Veazey, the catcher, hitting .317 with 14 RBIs. Swings through, strike 1. 0-1 is the count. In pretty tight on the plate. Lots of cheering coming out of that Franklin-Simpson dugout for their pitcher, Brandon. Brandon steps off the rubber as Une acted like he was going to make a break towards home. Sets. Here's the pitch. Comes inside. Ball 1. That's something that we see quite often from Jordan Brandon, is just the simple fact that he lives a little on the edge, pitching inside. From the stretch. Here's the pitch. That one goes away, gets away, and now there's going to be a play at the plate, and he is going to be safe.
Oh! You're pulling the trigger. You done locked it up.
Looked like he got the hand in there just before the tag got down on him. So Greenwood with an early 1-0 lead on the pass ball. So 2-1, that is the count now, and the runner moves from second to third. Runner's coming home. Another run scores on a pass ball. And Greenwood with an early 2-0 lead with 2 away. So they got 2 runs off of a hit and an error here in the top of the first. Here's pitch. Chopper sent towards short. Delk fields it off the hop, throws it high, and the runner's going to be safe. Error number 2 here at the top of the first inning. Senior night off, not quite off to the start that the Wildcats would hope for here. Especially when they held the Gators scoreless in their previous matchup. Winning that game 3-0, and the Gators come out and they jump on us early here in 2-0. Here comes second baseman Whit Glossick. Glossick hits for .313 and has 12 RBIs. Another right-handed hitter. Sent out towards right field. Carson Kelly underneath it, squeezes it for out number 3, and the Wildcats are finally out of the top of this first inning and find themselves in an early 2-0 hole. We'll find out if they return the favor when we come back on 92.3 WFKN.
no matter your game. Franklin Bank and Trust equips you for success.
Accidents happen in a split second, but the repair doesn't have to be a headache. At Eaton Collision in Franklin, we bring your car back to life with expert repairs and a flawless finish. We'll work directly with your insurance company to make the process quick, easy, and hassle-free for you. From dents to major damage, trust Eaton Collision to get you back on the road fast.
WFKN, your home for Franklin-Simpson High School's Wildcats athletics. And tonight we've got senior night for Wildcat baseball. And Wildcats find themselves here heading into the bottom of the first inning in an early 2-0 hole against the visiting Greenwood Gators from up the road in Bowling Green. In the previous matchup early on this season, the Wildcats held the Gators scoreless in a 3-0 win. And now tonight we find ourselves already giving up 2 runs, just on a single hit though, with 2 errors and then 2 passed balls. And that's what scored the 2 runs, were the 2 passed balls. And this is just kind of one of those things where you hope that you got all the jitters out now. It is senior night. We had some pregame festivities. We're honoring Brady Delk and Mason Davis for their achievements here as Franklin-Simpson Wildcats. And we're going to now just try to shake those jitters off, get in the batter's box, and see if we can't just really start cheering out some of this emotion. Leading off for your Wildcats is going to be second baseman Liam Heinze, hitting .316 with 18 RBIs on the year. Liam Heinze, one of those young men that just feels like he's got pedigree to him. Takes ball 1 high and tight, nearly taking his head off. Jackson Lee with a 3.87 earned run average. Throws one down Main Street that time for strike 1. He's got 24 strikeouts, 12 walks. Right-handed pitcher. Curveball doesn't move, stays way up in the zone, high and tight again for ball 2. Pitches from part of the rubber. That one fouled off. Going to go for strike 2. Pitches from the outside part of the rubber up there on the mound, closest towards first base. You see that more and more, so that way whenever they come across with that right hand, they're more towards. That one's popped up foul. Liam battling in there, but you see that more and more, so that way when their throwing motion comes towards home plate, it's more centered for these overhand right pitchers. Another one fouled off. Brady Delk, the senior, the Wabash Community College commitment. Community college, in my opinion, for especially football and baseball right now in the college game, the way the NIL and things like that are running. Here's the pitch. Ball 3 to Heinze. Talk about an early battle here, my goodness. This will shake off those emotions. Community college, as I was saying, is the way to go, if you ask me, for baseball and football players right now. Called time early, did Heinze. So that pitch right there does not count. Gives these young men, like a Brady Delk, who's still got a ton of room to grow, an opportunity to showcase their game at the college level and have it count. There's a leadoff walk for your Wildcats.
Let's go, Brady.
Now here comes Brady Delk. Gets his little pregame, or I should say pre-hitting ritual in. His usual steps in the batter's box. Hate that Brady only got to have one season out here on this turf. Heinze off to an okay lead. Jackson Lee checking him from the mound. Here's the pitch. Curveball stays in the zone, but goes a little low for ball one. Good eye there by Delk. Delk will certainly be one of those players who can get into the college game at the community college level. Takes another ball low. And really hone in on anything that he might need to do to take his game to another level, and certain of it that these big-time programs will really be calling. Strike one comes in there, a little off-speed pitch from Lee, make it a 2-1 count. Heise's kind of staying pretty close to first base over here, off to a little bigger lead this time. Curveball.
It's always throwing. Get second pitch.
Stays high in the zone, 3-1 count now. Jackson Gass, designated hitter on deck. Swings through at strike two.
Let's go, Brady.
Runs a count full to the number 2 hitter after walking the lead off in Liam Heinze.
Battle.
Checking the runner. Big lead over there now for Heinze. Here's the pitch. Going to be ball 4. Going to walk the first 2 batters.
Up next, DH number 19, Jackson Gass.
Now, Greenwood has historically, in the 4 years that I've been here, we'll call that history, historically always had a stable of pitchers. Now, Greenwood's problem in the past has always been getting runs across home plate, it seems like. And they've always been a very good team. Called strike one to Gass on the outside part of the plate. But here we are again. Greenwood, number 2 in the region. 22-9 on the year. And with a stable of pitchers. Runners on first and second with nobody away for your Wildcats, though. Popped up high into shallow left field. Is he going to get there? Huff chasing. Squeezes it for out number 1 for the Gators. Everybody stays put at first and second. Wind blowing a little bit around here, but not too much to get excited about from right to left field.
Of course.
There comes Carson Kelly, the right fielder. Always bats in 4th spot, the cleanup position, hitting .333 with 15 RBIs on the season. Right-handed hitter. Let's see if he can find some green grass off of Jackson Lee. Here's the pitch. Throws ball 1. Jackson Lee, he appears like he can have some velocity coming through the zone when he rears back and wants to. Check runner. Attempts the pickoff. Not in time. Heinze gets back. Pretty good attempt. Coming from Lee. A strike to second. Heinze just a little bit quicker, though. Kind of got the sense that he was going to throw it back there, too. Here's the pitch. Fouled off down the first base line. Going to make it a 1-1 count now with 1 away. 20 in the evening. Steady at 70 degrees here on Monday the 11th. Senior night for your Wildcats. Set up deep in the batter's box now. Kelly. Lee steps off.
They already had districts. I know. They got a game canceled and they
Lee appears like he might have been struggling with the signals there for a moment. Here's the pitch. Swings through, strike two. Lee in no hurry out here. Lots of chatter coming out of that Franklin-Simpson dugout. Love to hear it. Here's the pitch. Throws ball two, a little low and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. What an opening inning this right here has kind of turned out to be. Getting things kicked off here at 6 o'clock. That's sent up the middle. Let's see if the Gators are going to try to turn two, and they do just that to get out of the bottom of the first inning. The shortstop, Une, fielded that one, and that's a 6-3 play by the Gators. Wildcats end up stranding a couple on base out there, and now they got nothing to show for that, but that, you know what, we're going to have more chances. We'll see if they can do it on defense now when we return live on 92.3 WFKN.
Ready to see the world without the stress of planning? At Picture This Travel, we specialize in creating unforgettable travel experiences, tailored just for you. And now we're excited to launch Franklin-Simpson Alumni Travel. Imagine exploring incredible destinations across the globe, side by side with fellow FSHS graduates. Travel together, make new memories, and celebrate the Wildcat spirit worldwide. For more information, follow me, Julie Walters with Picture This Travel on Facebook.
So as far as preventative maintenance, to keep outages at a minimum, one thing that we do is pole inspections. So we'll drive across the system, we'll dig out around the bottoms of the pole, see if there's anything rotten, we'll check the pole's integrity in general. So as you can see now, we're changing out some wire on some poles that we have recently changed out. As they age, they start to crack or rot at the bottom, so we try to stay ahead of.
Your Wildcats down still to the visiting Greenwood. Gators 2-0 as Ethan York, the first baseman for the Gators, left-handed hitter, steps into the batter's box. He's taken ball one from the Wildcat pitcher, Jordan Brandon, and he fans at strike one. York, a .254 hitter with 12 RBIs on the season through 30 games for the Gators. I'm Cody Schuler. Thank you for joining us here on 92.3 WFKN. Outside, ball two, off the arm of Jordan Brandon. As long as you're in the sun out here, I'll tell you what, it feels more like 80 degrees than it does 70. Really nice evening. Ball three low. Ballou behind the plate for the Wildcats. Pitch. Ball four. Brandon has his first walk of the game.
Next up, third baseman number 21, Jonathan Kincaid.
Now here comes third baseman John Kincaid, a .302 hitter with 18 RBIs. Right-handed hitter. Stepping into the batter's box. Here's pitch, shows bunt, tries to lay it down, fouled it off. So now he's going to be looking at an 0-1 count. Kind of had a feeling there, and they were looking for small ball. I would imagine that we're going to be seeing Turner fly in like a freight train from third base here. Runner set at first. Pulls back and swings at that one. Strike two. Kincaid, the number 8 hitter in the lineup for the Gators. An 0-2 hole here early. Brandon throws that one outside. Ball 1. Sets, checks the runner. Here's the pitch. Swings through, strike 3. Ring up, 1 for Jordan Brandon. I feel like the confidence of Brandon needed that one a little bit. His first strike of the game here. Out number 1 here in the top of the second inning for your Wildcats. Stepping into the batter's box now is center fielder number 1, Holder, a .311 hitter with 14 RBIs. In pretty tight on that plate in that left-handed batter's box. Gets to be a pass ball. Ball 1.
On Nashville wall, kid.
Brandon going through his signals here with a runner on second now and 1 away to the number 9 hitter for the Gators in Holder. Throws strike 1 down Main Street. Now, how I was talking about Jackson Lee pitching from the far side of we're out there on the mound towards first. Jordan Brandon throws
Behind you.
more of the center of the rubber as we get another pass ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. To Holder. Runner's moved his way on over to third now on the couple of pass balls. Here's pitch. Ring up another one there for Jordan Brandon. Strike 3. And Brandon struck out 2 now here in the second. And here comes the top of the lineup, Kiyoshi Une. Une with a really nice play out there at shortstop, a 6-3 double play, did all the work himself to end the bottom of the first inning. Hammer it out to center field. Braylon Turner's got it, squeezes it for out number 3. Well, runner made it to third for the Gators, but he's stranded out there after 2 strikeouts there in the top of the second by Jordan Brandon, and Braylon Turner squeezes out number 3. Nice work there by your Wildcats to get out of that top of the second inning, and let's see if we can get the bats moving around a little bit more again as Owen Lockley's going to lead it off. We'll find out what he can do when we return live on 92.3 WFKN.
So as far as preventative maintenance, to keep outages at a minimum, one thing that we do is pole inspections. So we'll drive across the system, we'll dig out around the bottoms of the pole, see if there's anything rotten, we'll check the pole's integrity in general. So as you can see now, we're changing out some wire on some poles that we have recently changed out. As they age, they start to crack or rot at the bottom, so we try to stay ahead of those types of outages. Probably the neatest part of working here. So working in the community that I live in and grew up in, there's a lot of satisfaction that comes from that. You know, if there is an outage, there's a good chance that you're restoring power, maybe to a family member, a friend, your preacher, something like that. So just being able to help and serve the people that you know, that's a good feeling.
Heading into the bottom of the second, your Wildcats got some work to do with the bats. Still in that 2-0 hole after the Wildcats get out of the top of the second inning and hold the Gators scoreless. Jackson Lee's back out on the mound for the Gators, and Owen Lockley's getting set to lead this one off for the Wildcats. A little bit of Temple of the Dog going on here at the ballpark. Hunger strike, taking me back to the 90s, my childhood. Aging myself a little bit there, but hey, still under 40. Still able to have fun. And I know everybody over 40 just said, I still have fun too. But I'm just having fun with you guys. As we're here on a Monday evening here on what's just a gorgeous spring day, holding steady at 60 degrees, and if you're in the sunlight, then it's feeling good. Your Wildcats are going to try to get the bats moving and get back in the ball game here at the bottom of the second inning. Yet to record a hit. They had a couple of leadoff walks there against Jackson Lee. He had 2 there in the bottom of the first inning. I'm sure he's probably going to try to remedy that here in the bottom of the second as he throws strike 1, try to be more in the zone. Here's called ball there. I think Lee wanted to know what was wrong with that one. I'm kind of curious to know what was wrong with that pitch. That looked like it was in there. Swings through, strike 2 does Lockley. Lee with the windup. Here's the pitch. Fouled off right over at Hendrick Blankenberg. Nice work there by Goose to get out of the way. When Lee rears back and turns it loose towards home plate, it's almost as if it's catching Cats a little bit off guard. It throws strike 3 past Lockley. That one was a little bit off speed. I think Lockley was sitting fastball. Now here comes Hendrick Blankenberg hitting .397 on the season with 12 RBI for a fielder. That was Lee's first strikeout of the game. Sets up back of the batter's box. That's sent over towards third baseman Kincaid. He fields it cleanly, fires over to first to York. Picked up for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down with Colton Turner on his way to the batter's box. Plays the hot corner, third base, hitting .266 on the season with a team-leading 24 RBIs. Turner gets set and digs in. Here's the pitch from Lee. Goes ball high. Good eye there by Turner. Maybe try to get a little bit of a 2-out rally moving here. Goes ball low. With Braylon Turner on deck. Here's the windup and the pitch. Swings through at the high stuff for strike 1. We've got a game coming up on Thursday night here at home as well. Fouled off, swinging through for strike 2. Still found its way into the glove of the catcher, Veazey. 2-2 count, 2 away to Turner. Here's the pitch. Reached out there and pops it up shallow center field. Holder giving chase and telling everybody to get out of the way. And he squeezes it for out number 3. And talk about a quick one. 3 up, 3 down for your Wildcats. And the Gators are going back to get their bats and see if they can do some more damage from the batter's box. We'll find out if they can do it when we return live on 92.3 WFKN.
Well, we're right here. We're in town. If somebody has an issue, we're there either that day or the very next day. So we're able to get to it quick and fix whatever issues anybody has.
Better speeds. I feel like it's a lot more reliable. With other services, you might get interference during the weather or something, and you might lose service and have to wait for it to dry out again or something like that. But with fiber, you won't ever have that issue just because it is glass, so you can't really, weather's not really going to affect it much unless a tree tears it down or something. We provide the city and the county, so within city limits, and then most areas that Warren provides electric service to out in the county.
The third, your Wildcats is in that 2-0 hole. I'm Cody Schuler. Thank you for joining us here on 92.3, your hometown station for Franklin-Simpson Wildcat Athletics. As Jordan Brandon fans one past Jackson Lee, pitcher. He's a .398 hitter leading off here in the top of the third. Now one dives down and gets away from Ballou. 1-1 count now. Deep breath from Brandon out there on the mound. Here's the windup and the pitch. Oh, and that one gets away from Lee. Gets away from Brandon and hits Lee. First hit by pitch of the game that we've seen from either team. Here comes Chaz Huff, .337 hitter. Most colorful player out there on the field. Nearly every color rainbow. Except for minus. I don't know. Either way, here he gets out there. Takes strike one. Those are always the guys. I'm letting the inner thoughts come out here, so just hang with me, okay? But these are always the kids that I would want to get out than anybody else, just because he's got all the colors on. It would drive me nuts as a pitcher to look in there and see pink and blue and teal and all this extra stuff. I'd be like, oh no, I'm striking you out. That would be my thoughts. Just me. I'm sorry. Ball inside. One is the count after the leadoff gets on after being hit by pitch. Fouled off there by Huff. And Brandon gets ahead in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Number 23, Henry Justice, the right fielder, on deck for the Gators. Checking the runner. Here's the pitch. That one gets down into the dirt. Runner does go and makes it in there safely. Count goes 2-2 now with a runner on second. Greenwood for the 3rd consecutive inning getting a runner in scoring position. It's up inside, does Ballou. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. Count's going to remain at 2-2. We'll be back with you on Thursday evening here for another 6 o'clock start, and we'll go pregame at 5:45 as your Wildcats are going to take on University Heights. And that'll be our last regular season game of the season. And he attempts to pick off back there at second base. Really close one there, but Lee gets back in there safely. Ballou sets up inside. Checking the runner twice, checking him a 3rd time. Here's the pitch. It's low and away. Ball 3 as the count runs full. Setting up inside again. Here's the pitch. Sent into that short and 3rd gap, and he's going to take and catch the lead runner.
Crazy!
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Come on!
Called safe? In what way? That tag was down by a foot, and Will Hyde is there to protest this. Very, that was plain and obvious.
You seen that?
They're going to talk it over. That's about as obvious as it can be. We had an overturned call in a Lady Cat game, and that one was at least somewhat. Oh, my word. They called him safe?
You're out. Tag him a foot! Come on!
This is
That's terrible!
unreal. He tagged him on the shin. His leg got stuck in the ground before his foot even made it there.
You can't even keep up with balls and strikes.
Well, runners on the corners now. After Brady Delk made a really nice play to get the lead runner at third, and Colt Turner got the tag down. Now we're stuck in a bad situation with runners on the corners.
Let's go, JB. You can't get my hit for that. No, that's the fielder's choice I gave you.
Here's the pitch. Fouled off by Henry Justice.
What an artist they are. He said he didn't see it.
I mean, it's clearly
I know. He's
short
got
of the base. And
He's got to be looking for it too. His foot got
Huff off to a good lead over on first. Brandon checking him out, though. Here's the pitch. That's a chopper towards third. Fielded cleanly by Turner, and throw is not going to be in time to first, and another run will score.
terrible.
Well, thanks to that call, that right there is exactly what happens. Runs score.
I ain't gonna give him a run.
Now looking at a 3-0 game. All your Wildcats. Nobody away and runners on first and second. Here's the pitch. Shows bunt, lays it down. It's going to be fielded by Blue, and he doesn't have anybody home at first base to be able to throw to. Lockley came charging in. Nobody over there at first to be able to throw that one to. So VZ getting a bunt down. Now he's going to get a courtesy runner. And the Wildcats are going to find themselves in a really bad way here. And they're going to bring the infield in and just talk it over with their pitcher. Try to get something going here. We'll see if your Wildcats can move things around. Possibly make something happen. This is a moment when you really got to get behind your pitcher. With nobody away and the bases loaded. And here comes a .313 hitter and second baseman Whit Glossick. Glossick, 6-hole hitter for the Gators. Right-handed hitter. We'll find out how this is going to look. Throws strike one. Does Brandon. Brandon, these are times throughout the season when we've seen him bear down and really find a way to get into a rhythm and find a strikeout or two. And this one's fired up the middle, and the Wildcats are going to try to turn two if they can, and they don't. He gets him. Glossick beats out the throw to first. Wildcats unable to turn two. So there's one out and another run comes across, making this a 4-0 game. Here comes first baseman Ethan York now. York, a .254 hitter. So Glossick, even though runner got put out at second, he does get that RBI. That one's fired over at Lockley. He's going to turn at first, and he's going to throw at second. And there, that one he got right. Glossick is out at second as Lockley threw one on the money up there to Delk at second base and record out number 3. Well, Felt like the Gators got gifted one there, and now they lead it 4-0 in the top of the third inning as that one is over with. And we're going to head to the bottom of the third. See if your Wildcats have now found a way to put some emotion in those bats. We'll find out when we return live on 92.3 WFKN.
My favorite thing about working here is getting to serve the community and help people with their electric and their fiber internet.
We're local, so we live and work right here in Franklin, so taking care of our neighbors isn't just business, it's personal. Fiber means faster, more reliable internet for work, school, and entertainment without lag or buffering.
It's more than power and fiber, it's about peace of mind.
We're not just an electric company, we're neighbors.
If he can't see the one at third, there's no way he can see the second. Well, no.
Shotgun snap, he's blitzed, throws a dump ball into the end zone. Groves, he caught it! Signal a touchdown! The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown, fake the out, went down.
And your Wildcats now looking at a 4-0 deficit. Two highly questionable calls there in the top of that third inning. The first of those being at third base when I've looked at the replay there during the break, thanks to our Franklin-Simpson Channel 9 team, which you can go back and see. This costed the Wildcats. It ended up being 2 runs there. You could say, instead of being a 2-0 game, your Wildcats are looking at a 4-0 game. After that call at third base, not being overturned, being upheld when the runner was clearly out. His leg got stuck in the ground. The tag by Colton Turner, third baseman for your Wildcats, got the tag down on the shin of the Greenwood Gator.
In the bottom of third,
Everybody here could see that, but for some reason, the umpires on the field couldn't see that. Out by a solid foot. And then there was a play there at second that ended the top of the third. And, I mean, I don't know. That thing was – it was at least close, you could say. He might have been out. He might have been safe. That one I actually can't say for sure. I think it was honestly just kind of gifted to the Wildcats because of how the last couple of calls had gone. 0-2 to Braylon Turner. This turned into an emotional game pretty quickly. Jackson Lee out here trying to deal to Braylon Turner. Takes ball 1 outside, does Braylon. Braylon hitting a skosh, we'll say, under the Mendoza line. Takes ball 2. Holding down center field for your Wildcats. Sets up in the back of the batter's box. Swinging the bat, though, is what I love to see Braylon do. As he sends one to the shortstop, Une, he fields it cleanly, throws on the run to York and gets him just in the nick of time. Out number 1. Now here comes the pitcher, Jordan Brandon, up to bat for your Franklin-Simpson Wildcats. Brandon, not typically a hitter for your Wildcats. Brandon, this season, let's look and see. He's only been to the batters. He's got 5 at-bats. He sends one out towards center field. The center fielder's on his horse, running to make the catch is Holder. First pitch swinging, took it for a ride, nearly burnt Holder. But Holder showing off some speed. 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the third for the Wildcats. Now we're right back to the top of the order and sophomore second baseman Liam Heinze. Heinze, right-handed hitter, getting into the batter's box. Looking for a 2-out rally here from the top of the order. No wind right now. Wind up and the pitch from Lee. hammered right at third baseman. Pops out of his glove. He's going to throw it over to first anyways. Not in time. I mean, that was a laser beam. It looked like it hit Kincaid in the palm of his glove and popped right out.
Shortstop, number 7, Brady Dale.
Go, Brady.
Brady Delk now. Lone senior player out on the field for your Wildcats. Taking a long look over at first was lead, and that one's popped up foul out of play by Delk. Delk, a 368 hitter coming into tonight with 19 RBIs. 0-1 right now is the count. Off to a big lead is Heinze, and he hammers a curveball deep left field. Get out here! I've been waiting for 4 years to do this. Ding, ding, ding! Dinger! Brady Delk on senior night. Woo! Walk it out, young man. You deserve that. To deep left field. Only the second time in 4 seasons that I've got the opportunity to see that, and I love it every single second. There you go, Brady. Nice work, young man. Lee throws high and tight to Gas, and I tell you what, that's not one to throw high and tight at, as Gas just glares at him. Here's the pitch. Throws strike one down the middle. How about that 2-run shot? Huff was tracking back, and it just kept carrying. Sent foul down the third base line to Gas. Gas, one of my favorite football players to watch. Just one of my favorite players to watch, period. He's just fun. Here's the pitch from Lee. Ball outside. Lee sets. Here's the pitch. Sent right center field. That might get him burnt. No, underneath it is Justice. That's a third out here at the bottom of the third inning, but not before the senior shortstop, Brady Delk, sends a shot to deep left field, and your Wildcats hit one out here at home this season. What a big-time dinger for Brady Delk here on senior night. Congratulations, young man. That's how you do it right there. Well, I'm going to calm down, and we're going to take us a 30-second break this time. We'll be right back on 92.3 WFKN.
Shotgun snap, he's blitzed, throws a jump ball into the end zone. Groves, he caught it! Signal a touchdown! The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down.
Well, we're right here. We're in town. If somebody has an issue, we're there either that day or the very next day. So we're able to get to it quick and fix whatever issues anybody has.
Better speeds. I feel like it's a lot more reliable. With other services, you might get interference during like the weather or something, and you might lose service and have to wait for it to dry out again or something like that. But with fiber, you won't ever have that issue just because it is glass, so you can't really, weather's not really going to affect it much unless like a tree tears it down or something. We provide the city and the county, so within city limits, and then most areas that Warren provides electric service to out in the county.
So as far as preventative maintenance, to keep outages at a minimum, one thing that we do is pole inspections. So we'll drive across the system, we'll dig out around the bottoms of the pole, see if there's anything rotten, we'll check the pole's integrity in general.
Carson Kelly with plenty of speed. Wonder if we'll be seeing any stolen base attempts. Off to an okay lead. Here's the pitch. That's sent out towards right field. Is it going to get past Justice? He makes an incredible catch, running just arm out right there. I mean, that's a great catch out in right field by Justice. Henry Justice, I mean, wow, that was.
Left fielder number 15, Hendrick Blankenberg.
Lockley sent it deep towards the right field line.
Go, Goose.
Hendrick Blankenberg recorded a hit in his previous at-bat. Sent a sharp liner at the third baseman, Kincaid. Ended up popped out of his glove. That one goes over the head of Blankenberg. Curveball. Looked like it come out of the hand of Lee a little bit hot and stayed high. Here's the pitch. Swings through. A little bit of off-speed stuff sitting on fastball for strike one. Checks the armband. Gets back into the batter's box. Here's pitch. Runner goes. Hammered out towards left field. That's going to probably go way foul, it appears, and it does. Well, Lee's going to get one more shot at it here against Blankenberg as he's got a 1-2 count with one away. Carson Kelly still over on first base. Sun's starting to get a little lower in the sky out there in the west. 1-2 is the count to our left fielder, Blankenberg. Here's the pitch. Strike 3. Lee's got himself another strikeout. Lee's second of the game. And here comes number 12, third baseman Colton Turner. Turner is a 266 hitter coming into this one with 24 runs batted in. Stepping into the right-hand batter's box with runner on first and 2 away. Fouls off, first pitch swinging. He was shaking his head yes, almost like he knew something there, like he picked up on something from Lee. Now he's set and digs in. Check the runner is Lee. Here's the pitch. Sent over to the shortstop, Une. He fields it cleanly, fires over to first baseman York, and that's out number 3 here in the bottom of the 4th. And the Gators blank the Wildcats for a third time this game, and the score will remain at 4-2 as Greenwood is going to lead off in the top of the 5th when we return live on 92.3 WFKN.
So as far as preventative maintenance, to keep outages at a minimum, one thing that we do is pole inspections. So we'll drive across the system, we'll dig out around the bottoms of the pole, see if there's anything rotten, we'll check the pole's integrity in general. So as you can see now, we're changing out some wire on some poles that we have recently changed out. As they age, they start to crack or rot at the bottom, so we try to stay ahead of those types of outages. Probably the neatest part of working here. So working in the community that I live in and grew up in, there's a lot of satisfaction that comes from that. You know, if there is an outage, there's a good chance that you're restoring power, maybe to a family member, a friend, your preacher, something like that. So just being able to help and serve the people that you know, that's a good feeling.
Top of the 5th inning. Chaz Huff's going to lead this one off. As the top of the 4th was ended, he was hitting, but we picked one off, and that pitch goes behind him. No, it didn't. No! That didn't hit him. No! He's taking his stuff off, but it went behind him. He's trying to say it did, but he, brother, you got out of the way. That didn't hit you.
He can't see
and
that.
Jaggers, there's no way that he can see that over on first. Do not ask him. That is impossible to see.
What's the train wreck?
There's no way that we can overturn that call. He's going out there to have a conversation. And yes, thank you. Telling him to stay here. He wanted to ask the additional umpire out at first. Yeah, I'm like, how on earth? Like, Nash clearly caught it in his glove with nothing happening there. But now that breaking ball, the way that thing broke, that thing had a lot of movement on it. It thought it was coming at Huff again. Here's the pitch. Sent at third baseman, Colton Turner. He fields it cleanly, fires it over to Lockley. Lockley fields it for out number 1. Making a routine play look nice and routine right there. That's exactly what the Wildcats need here tonight if they're going to come back and end up with a victory over the number 2 ranked team in the region, the Greenwood Gators. So they retire the first one here in the top of the 5th, still down 4-2. And here comes right fielder Henry Justice, who had an absolutely spectacular catch out in right field as he fans through strike 1. Justice with a spectacular catch out there in right field to retire Owen Lockley for the first out at the bottom of the 4th inning. Here's a pitch from Brandon, goes outside, ball 1. So 1-1 with 1 away. And that is Brandon's 75th pitch here of the game. Brandon sets, wind up, pitch, strike 2, fanning. Justice again. Wind up, pitch from Brandon. Fans him again. Ring up another one for Jordan Brandon. His 4th strikeout of the game. Out number 2. Here's the catcher, Griffin Veazey, hitting .317, 14 runs batted in, coming to the plate with 2 away and nobody on right now in their 4-2 lead. Ball 1 to Veazey, right-handed hitter. Ball 2 to Veazey. It might be Veazey. If so, I apologize. Wind up and the pitch. That one's sent to Turner. He fields it cleanly off the turf, fires it over to Lockley right on the money for out number 3. And your Wildcats get a 3-up, 3-down inning, exactly like we wrote it up. And that's exactly what they needed. We'll find out now if they can carry that momentum into the bottom of the 5th and carry it through their bats to try to get back in this one as they're still down 4-2. We'll find out when we return live on 92.3 WFKN.
Accidents happen in a split second, but the repair doesn't have to be a headache. At Eaton Collision in Franklin, we bring your car back to life with expert repairs and a flawless finish. We'll work directly with your insurance company to make the process quick, easy, and hassle-free for you. From dents to major damage, trust Eaton Collision to get you back on the road fast.
Making each and every bite equally juicy, melty, and saucy. Sound familiar? Available at your local McDonald's.
Heading into the bottom of the 5th inning, your Franklin-Simpson Wildcats still in this 4-2 hole against the visiting Greenwood Gators, with Braylon Turner set to kick things off here in the bottom of the 5th. He's going to be followed up by the pitcher Jordan Brandon, and hitting 3rd will be the top of the lineup in Liam Heinze. Jackson Lee's still out on the mound now for the Gators. Overhand right pitcher, doing a pretty good job so far. Only giving up 2 hits, one of those just being the big shot out to left field by your senior shortstop, Brady Dell. Only the 2nd home run we've seen here at home in the last 4 seasons.
Wildcats, number 2, center fielder, Braylon Turner. Let's go, B.
Here comes Turner, the junior. Very good center fielder. Like to see him swing the bat. There's the wind-up pitch from Huff, and he sends one out to left center field in there for a base hit. Love to see him swing the bat. When he swings, and it just looks so pure whenever he makes contact. Love to see it.
Number 6, Jordan Brandon.
Now here comes Jordan Brandon. I would fully expect to see a bunt on right here. As you see, third baseman Kincaid make his way in on the grass here. And plenty of speed. Braylon over on first. With the pitcher who's this will be his 7th at-bat of the season. Showing bunt. Pulls back and it goes low and away. Well, Turner will have to be a little careful. He got a little antsy over there. Got away from first base a little bit far. Make sure we're not getting too far away. Anticipating the bunt to be on again. Will be no bluffed bunts here. Showing. Pops it up, and it is going to get down. And foul territory. That'll be strike 1, so 1-1 is the count now. Diving attempt by Veazey. Really nice work there. Great effort from the Greenwood catcher. Has to reset his pitch comm now. Heinze in the on-deck circle. Anticipating the bunt to be back on yet again. Stepping off, taking a deep breath. It's Huff for the Gators. Veazey looking at his coach over there in the dugout, telling him to roll through pitches. Showing bunt. Curveball stays high in the zone. Ball 2. Probably about another 10 minutes away from that sun getting behind those trees, maybe. 7:20 in the evening here with 2 balls and a strike. Showing bunt. Another foul ball. Tried to move with that ball rather than pushing it the other way. When you're as few on attempts as Jordan is on the season in the batter's box, sometimes situations like that can be difficult for a young man who doesn't have a lot of experience doing something. Looking at a 2-2 count now, fully expecting to be swinging away here. Showing bunt again, and he pops it up, and it's going to be foul, and that's going to be out number 1. As second baseman, number 17, Liam Heinze is going to make his way to the batter's box.
Let's go, Liam.
Still a 4-2 game here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 7:22 in the evening. Dipped a little under 70 degrees now here. Getting ready for that beautiful Franklin-Simpson sunset. Braylon Turner still over on first with 1 away. Here's the pitch. Bounced, and Turner is going to be gone to second, nice and easy. That one bounced down in front of Veazey. Really the first wildly thrown pitch that we've seen from Lee all evening. That looked like it was just way out of reach. Bouncing a couple of feet, at least it looked like, from my vantage point. In front of the plate, ball 1. Checking the runner on second. Pitch. Ball low. Your senior. That uncorked a 2-run bomb in the bottom of the 3rd on deck, and Brady Delk. Here's the pitch. Hammered out towards left field. That's going to stay in the park. Huff's underneath it. Out, number 2.
Shortstop, number 7, Brady.
There comes shortstop number 7, Brady Delk. And they're going to intentionally walk him.
Show him, Jackson.
Now here comes Jackson Gass. Jackson Gass with an opportunity here after intentionally walking Brady Delk to really make Greenwood look silly. And I, for one, am rooting for the young man. Let's see if Lee throws at him again some high heat. He's done it each time that Jackson's been up to the plate. Let's see if he throws that high heat inside. Here's the pitch. Hammered out to left field. Get down, ball. Get out, get out. Into the fence. 1 run will score. Brady Delk is coming. No play at the plate. 2 RBI double. All gas, no brakes, baby. Keep it 100 for Jackson Gas. A 2 RBI double with 2 outs to tie the game here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
I know it, yeah. They walked in front of him.
Jackson Gas does it again. We saw him do that on Friday night when he had the bases loaded and had a 3 RBI double, and here he comes right back on Monday night and ties the ball game. Here's Carson Kelly with 2 away and a runner on second. The top of this lineup, man, is just murderer's row right now.
There you go.
These kids have had it on them. Having some pitch calm issues, I think, is VZ.
If it's me, coach, he did. Just like Logan County shot.
VZ's trying to get him to reset it over there.
Ground ball between second and third.
1 ball, no strikes right now to Carson Kelly. I mean, Jackson Gas really just making him pay for it. As Brady Delk comes all the way around from first to score. Braylon Turner comes from second in to home to score and ties this game up at 4 runs apiece. And the Wildcats have all their momentum right now. I mean, it's all Wildcats right now. Attempts the pickoff. Not in time. And your Wildcats are really letting them hear about it. I said we were maybe 10 minutes. I think we're going to be about 7 minutes into this sunset before it gets behind the trees. Most of the field is into the shade now. Popped up. It's going to be shallow left. Une calling everybody away, and he's going to squeeze it for out number 3. But not before your Wildcats do some damage. Braylon Turner gets a hit, makes his way over to first, and then he's going to get up to second on a pass ball. Brady Delk's going to be intentionally walked, and then Jackson Gas brings him home with a 2 RBI double into the left field wall. And your Wildcats are all knotted up at 4. Heading into the top of the 6th inning. We'll find out if they can shut them down when we return live on 92.3 WFKN.
No matter your game, Franklin Bank & Trust equips you for success.
We've got 4-2 ball game right now.
Ready to see the world without the stress of planning? At Picture This Travel, we specialize in creating unforgettable travel experiences, tailored just for you. And now we're excited to launch Franklin-Simpson Alumni Travel. Imagine exploring incredible destinations across the globe, side by side with fellow FSHS graduates. Travel together, make new memories, and celebrate the Wildcat spirit worldwide. For more information, follow me, Julie Walters with Picture This Travel on Facebook.
Heading into the top of the 6th inning, your Wildcats have come all the way back to tie this one up at 4-4. What a big-time game this has turned into between the number 2 and number 3 teams in the region. Franklin-Simpson taking on the visiting Greenwood Gators. That's a rocket sent at Colton Turner. He lays out for it. Out number 1. That's why they call it the hot corner, and he is holding it down.
I wish I could have done that one.
This game, we continue to go back to it, but it's just this just shows you how important that was. That call that was upheld at third base there in the top of the third inning, that where the Greenwood runner was out by a solid foot. The tag was down and just inexplicably called safe.
Take your time, JB.
Jordan Brandon gets that one sent right back to him there from York. And that's out number 2. Quick work here, 2 up, 2 down. And here comes third baseman, number 21, John Kincaid. Pardon me. We're going to have ourselves another batter come in.
Number 22, Boston Howard.
In Boston Howard. Trying to, there he is. He's a sophomore, hitting 524 on the season. Hitting 524 through 21 at-bats. So the kid can swing it. Takes ball 1. Got 7 RBIs, 11 hits. Takes ball 2.
They don't change nothing here.
So, a somewhat dangerous hitter here in the top of the 6th with 2 away and nobody on in this 4-4 tie ball game now. Here's the pitch. Strike 1 after taking those first 2 balls is Howard. Sophomore is a right-handed hitter. Here's the pitch. Swings through, strike 2. He tried to get out of the way of it first and then swung it. He had some happy feet there. Blue sets up in the middle of the plate now. Here's the pitch. That's, ooh, I don't know what's wrong with it. May have been a skosh low in the zone, but it's going to run that to a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Love to see Brandon wave one by him here. That one's sent over to Brady Delk. He's going to field it cleanly, fire it over to first. Throws a little high, but Lockley keeps his foot on the bag for out number 3. And your Wildcats got a 3-up, 3-down inning and carrying all that momentum into their dugouts to see if they can expand on this 4-4 tie. We'll find out when we return live on 92.3 WFKN.
My favorite thing about working here is getting to serve the community and help people with their electric and their fiber internet.
We're local, so we live and work right here in Franklin, so taking care of our neighbors isn't just business, it's personal. Fiber means faster, more reliable internet for work, school, and entertainment without lag or buffering.
It's more than power and fiber, it's about peace of mind.
We're not just an electric company, we're neighbors. My favorite thing about working here is getting to serve the community and help people.
Ready to see the world without the stress of planning? At Picture This Travel, we specialize in creating unforgettable travel experiences, tailored just for you. And now we're excited to launch Franklin-Simpson Alumni Travel. Imagine exploring incredible destinations across the globe, side by side with fellow FSHS graduates. Travel together, make new memories, and celebrate the Wildcat spirit worldwide. For more information, follow me, Julie Walters with Picture This Travel on Facebook.
Into their dugouts after recording a 3-up, 3-down inning there in the top of the 6th after tying it up in the bottom of the 5th. Now Greenwood, they're going to make a move to their bullpen, and it's going to be Henry Justice, who started out this game, has played entirely in right field. We moved the catcher as well. Justice, the seniors, pitched 21 2/3 innings so far for the Gators. He's got 29 strikeouts to just 7 walks, carrying a 2.58 earned run average. We're also looking at a new catcher in junior Bryce Mangold. Mangold, if he gets opportunity to hit, is a 400 hitter, 404 on the season. I believe that Mangold probably is the regular behind the plate for the Gators. As Justice is up there and got a lot of arm motion whenever he throws it, and he's appearing to just try to throw straight heat out there in his warm-ups. I mean, his arm jerks through the motion.
Your Wildcats, number 22, Owen Lockley.
Now here's Owen Lockley. If he could repeat that hit that he just had there in the previous at-bat out towards right field, I don't know if the new right fielder could go run it down or not. Might catch him off guard. Oh, Huff's over in right field. Never mind, he's got plenty of speed to get out there to it. But here's Lockley facing off against Justice. Takes strike one, coming across the plate. Here's the pitch. Ball up in the zone, just a smidge. Swings through, strike two. We saw Boston move to shortstop for the Gators, and I believe it is Une out and left. Here's the pitch from Justice. He took that one all the way. He watched that thing come all the way across the plate. That's the idea of keeping your eye on the ball right there. Ball 2-2 to the leadoff, Lockley. And that's sent out to the short, the second baseman, Glossick. Glossick fires it over to York for out number 1 to retire the leadoff here in the bottom of the 6th. With Hendrik Blankenberg up to bat. Now, in the words of Maverick, a.k.a. Tom Cruise, talk to me, Goose. Let that bat talk to me, son. Let's put something out, find some green grass. With one away, nobody on here. Check swings, ball 1.
Go, Goose.
Wind up from Justice. Here's the pitch. Put some heat on that one. Stays low in the zone for ball 2. Wind up. Pitch. Ball 3, a little low in the zone. 3-0 is the count to Blankenberg. Doubt there will be a green light here, taken all the way, I would imagine. Takes strike 1.
Sean King. He needs a new job in academics.
Here's the pitch. Fouled off into the net. For strike 2, and the count's going to run full. Had some heat on that one. Some velocity behind that pitch. Off the right arm of Justice. Justice and Lee, not a whole lot of difference, just in my opinion. Just off of watching the first 10 pitches now from Justice in the 2 pitchers. That's sent towards Glossick. He's going to field it, fired over to York, and he's going to dig it out. Good play there by the first baseman to catch it off the 1 hopper and record out number 2 here in the bottom of the 6th. So 2 up, 2 down, trying to repay the favor of the 3 up, 3 down inning at the top of the 6th that the Wildcats sent the Gators back into their dugout with. Colton Turner's coming to the batter's box, going to try to change that. Coming into this one, Turner's a .266 hitter with 24 RBI. He's going to take strike 1 on the inside part of the plate. Braylon Turner in the on-deck circle, who recorded the hit that got things started in the previous inning. Fouls off, strike 2. Playing underneath the lights now here at Greg Shelton Field at Franklin-Simpson High School. On an absolutely beautiful night. Here's the windup from Justice and the pitch. Goes ball outside. Mangold, the new catcher behind the plate for the Gators. He wanted that one. And that was out. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. Count will remain at 1-2. Tie ball game here after the bottom of the fifth, and the Wildcats side up, and Turner swings through for strike 3. I'm just going to hang out with you throughout this break here. We're not going to go to break because I want to talk about this game and how we come to what we did. In the top of the first inning, the Gators scored 2 runs. Those 2 runs come across home plate on 2 passed balls. They've got 3 hits for the game and 4 runs off of it. Then in the third inning, the Gators get one over on first, makes it to second on a pass ball, and then after a hit from Huff over towards short to Brady Delk, Delk fires it over to Turner as that runner took off from second to third. Well, the tag got down, but he was inexplicably called safe at third, and that completely changed the outlook of the game, because if he had correctly, which if you go back and you watch Franklin-Simpson Channel 9, or I'm sure this one will be talked about, I bet you could find a picture of it somewhere on social media at some point, that was easily an out. Well, because he was allowed to remain safe, and that was not, I think, what would have been out number 2 and a runner on first, that just gift wrapped those next 2 runs to come through after a little bit of movement from the Gators got them to 4 runs. Well, the Wildcats come back, and Brady Delk records a 2-run bomb to left. Only the second time we've seen a home run here at home in 4 seasons, and he does it on senior night. What a magical moment that was. And then Wildcats come back off a 2 RBI double off the bat of Jackson Gass, driving in Braylon Turner from second and Brady Delk all the way around from first. And right now we've got Sam Holder, the center fielder, up to bat for the Gators to lead off the top of the 7th. 1-1 is the count. Here's the pitch. Strike 2. As Holder just stood there. Wind up, pitch. That's a dribbler back towards Brandon. He's going to wait for Lockley to get to first. Sends it over there to him. That's out number 1, and we're going to retire the top. Lead off,
Left fielder, Yoshi.
Here in the top of the 7th. Now here comes the one who started the game at shortstop for the Gators. Made his way out to left field. Kiyoshi Une. Une is a .362 hitter with 17 RBIs. That's an athletic young man. Takes ball 1. Low and way outside. Right-handed hitter gets back into the batter's box. I do like his shoes. Those are great cleats. The Nike Dunks. Swings through, strike 1. Brandon fans that one. Problem is, they're red and white and black, brother. Come on. It's a good thing I'm not a coach, because everyone would be required 100% to wear matching team colors. Ball 2, low in the zone. Fans are even riled up here tonight. This 4-4 tie. Swings through, strike 2. Gets him with the off-speed. Une way out in front of that one. He was sitting on fastball clearly. Took his helmet off and put it back on after that. Get reset. Sets up inside. Does Ballou. Here's the pitch. Swing through it. That one. Ring up another one for Jordan Brandon on his 99th pitch. He gets his 5th strikeout of the game. Tally 'em. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now here's Jackson Lee, the one who started as pitcher for the Gators. Swings through, strike 1 with 2 away and nobody on. What a night this would be. We've had some walk-offs here. Three last week.
Nice pitch.
That one fouled off the helmet of Nash Ballou. 3 walk-offs here last week. I mean, what an unbelievable week that was between the Lady Cats and the Wildcats. Here's the pitch. Ball 1. It's pretty good placement there, though, by Jordan Brandon, trying to get Lee to chase on that one. And it's important, it's actually imperative that the Wildcats finish out this regular season with some more wins. Oh, that's a pretty good-looking pitch right there, but, I mean, we're talking an eyelash outside of the zone right there. If we had the ABS system, I bet Nash might have been tapping the top of his head. 2-2 is the count. Here's the pitch. Ring up another one! Jordan Brandon, absolutely on fire to finish this one out, and records his 6th strikeout. And your Franklin-Simpson Wildcats are going to head into the bottom of the 7th inning, tied up 4-4 here at home on senior night. This right here is what these kids dream about doing. These kids absolutely love every single second of this. Their hearts are pumping. They are just jacked up on as much adrenaline as I'd imagine that they possibly could be. Henry Justice is heading back out onto the mound for the Greenwood Gators right now. And ladies and gentlemen, this right here, I mean, moms, grandmas, everybody like that's listening that ever played softball, and even if you haven't, this is what these young men out here would lay in bed about. I mean, from the time that they were probably 6, 7, 8 years old, and they would dream about doing. Being out on the field on senior night, in the bottom of the 9th inning, because, well, we all followed Major League Baseball at the time, with 2 outs and bases loaded and scoring the winning run or hitting the winning hit for your team. And that's what we're hopefully about to see happen right here tonight. Here in the bottom of the 7th on senior night, knotted up at 4-4 against the bad guys from Bowling Green, with the junior Braylon Turner leading it off. Had a great hit. I said, man, he's got a really pure swing whenever he turns it loose. Takes ball 1 low. Braylon uncorked one to left center field in his previous at-bat. Taking his time getting back into the batter's box is Braylon. 1 ball, no strikes to the leadoff here in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the pitch. Goes ball low. Easton Kelly's going to step into the batter's box as a pinch hitter. It appears, standing in the on-deck circle. Ball high and inside for ball 3. Braylon Turner looking to maybe reach on balls. Ball 4. Wildcats are in business. Got a leadoff base runner with Easton Kelly coming on. Easton, the junior, hitting just a smidge under the Mendoza line.
Easton Kelly.
Easton and Jordan Brandon been really vying for title of ace this season for the Wildcats pitching staff. Now, pardon me, Easton Kelly coming in for Jordan Brandon to hit. Pops up the bunt.
Don't pull back, kid.
Looking at an 0-1 count now. Let's find out if we try it again with a runner over on first with nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. Henry Justice getting set to pitch from the stretch. Set up, showing bunt, pulls back. Ball 1. 1-1 is the count. And the part that I won't lie to you, I never understood in baseball is why you don't popped up foul. It's going to make it a 1-2 count. Rather than coming around, waiting until the pitcher gets to be thrown into his throwing motion, why not just show bunt all the way? The other team knows you're going to bunt. Why not just show bunt immediately? Have your feet set, be prepared, rather than having to get too much. Show his bunt again, pulls back, and that's in there for strike 3, and Kelly is going to strike out. So that's a strikeout for Henry Justice. I believe that would be Justice's 30th strikeout of the season. Now heading into the top of the order, it's going to be Liam Heinze coming up to bat with 1 away. Checks his card there. Flew out in his previous at-bat with Brady Delk on deck. Here's the pitch. So long as Heinze doesn't hit into a double play here, we can see the senior, Brady Delk, have an opportunity to possibly win this one on senior night. What a magical moment this is. I hope that we don't see Greenwood trying to take it out of his hands. 1-0 count with 1 away. Need for Heinze to find some green grass. Takes strike 1. 1-1 is the count. Braylon Turner still over on first right now, and Braylon's been playing it pretty safely over on first. Hasn't been off to too much of a lead. Here's the pitch from Justice. Goes high and inside. Ball 2. Waiting. See what the call is from Coach Wilhite. Everybody's got it. Expecting a hit and run on a 2-1 count. Here's pitch. Runner stays. Ball outside. Goes 3-1. You expect Heinze to protect here, but got to be something pretty. Here's the pitch. Takes strike 2. This count runs full. Not surprised to see Heinze taking right there, making Justice pitch to them. Now, time to protect. Moves in a little bit on the plate. Here's the pitch. Called time, would have been ball 4. Everybody got out of there. Home plate umpire and Heinze got out of it, catching Justice a little bit out of his rhythm there. Mangold shaking his head behind the plate. He wanted that one for some reason, but really he got lucky, as that would have been ball 4. Here's the pitch. That one hammered right. Oh, and we get doubled up. Yep, sure did, and we're going to extra innings. Hit a liner right at Boston out in short. Turned and fired right over to first and doubled up Turner. And we're going to extra innings. Free baseball here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And your Wildcats are going to head back out on the field. And Jordan Brandon's heading back to the bump, possibly. We'll find out when we return live on 92.3 WFKN.
So as far as preventative maintenance, to keep outages at a minimum, one thing that we do is pole inspections. So we'll drive across the system, we'll dig out around the bottoms of the pole, see if there's anything rotten, we'll check the pole's integrity in general. So as you can see now, we're changing out some wire on some poles that we have recently changed out. As they age, they start to crack or rot at the bottom, so we try to stay ahead of those types of outages. probably the neatest part of working here. So working in the community that I live in and grew up in, there's a lot of satisfaction that comes from that. You know, if there is an outage, there's a good chance that you're restoring power, maybe to a family member, a friend, your preacher, something like that. So just being able to help and serve the people that you know, that's a good feeling.
We've got extra baseball to play here, heading into the top of the 8th inning now. Extra innings between the Franklin-Simpson Wildcats and the visiting Greenwood Gators. And leading off here in the top of the 8th inning is going to be now right fielder Chaz Huff. Jordan Brandon is going to remain out on the mound for the Wildcats. Nash Ballou behind the plate. Brandon has thrown 104 pitches thus far for the Wildcats. We'll see how much further into this one he gets as Huff rips that one out into left field for a base hit. So, leadoff hit for the Gators to get things going here in the top of the 8th. It was really a nice swing. He just sat back on that one and turned on it. We've come inside to Huff all night long, and he comes through and finally connects on one. Now here comes Justice, the now pitcher, on in relief, a .342 hitter. Attempted to throw down to first and catch Huff sleeping. Not in time. Ball 1. How much further can Jordan Brandon go into this one? Showing bunt is Justice. Hits it off the handle of bunt. Nice work there by Ballou to hop out there and pick it up and throw down to first to Lockley and record out number 1. But that would have hit him square in the chest. Justice did not like it. Letting Brandon hear about it as he was running back towards their home dugout. But that hit, I believe, on the actual handle of the bat. But runner on second for the Gators. Swings through at strike 1 there. Does Mangold. Mangold, a .404 hitter, so hits for a very high average. Huff's going to get a courtesy runner, it appears. Unsure of why you would make that substitution out there, but
He must absolutely fly.
Huff is a very good athlete. I mean, he plays out in the outfield, so you know he can really be speedy. Checking the runners, Brandon. Here's the pitch.
Yeah.
Strike 2 from Brandon to Mangold. 0-2 is the count with a runner on second and 1 away. Here in the top of the 8th in the 4-4 tie. Here's the pitch. Swings through, ring up one for Jordan Brandon. His 7th strikeout of the game on his 110th pitch. 7 strikeouts now for Jordan Brandon in this one. Heading into this top of the 8th inning. Wow. The young man really settled in after that top of the first where we got behind 2-0. Checking that runner. Here's the pitch.
Nice.
Oh, that's a curveball. Look, yes, thank you. Everybody, the umpire really delayed that strike call. I was about to say, man, that was a beautiful pitch Goes in for strike one. Here comes the next one. That's low and away for ball one. Underneath the lights here at Greg Shelton Field at Franklin-Simpson High School. I'm Cody Schuler. You're listening to Wildcat Baseball live on 92.3 WFKN as the visiting Greenwood Gators came in here and jumped on us early, got a 2-0 lead, then expanded it to 4-0 in the top of the third, and your Wildcats made it a 4-2 game after a Brady Delk 2-run home run in the bottom of the third here on senior night. What a huge moment that was. And then Jackson Gass drives in 2 off the left field wall in the bottom of the fifth. And then it's been all outs through 7. And we go to extra innings here in the top of the 8th. And after a failed bunt attempt and out over at first and a strikeout, we're 1 out away from heading into the dugout unscathed here in the top of the 8th. We'll see if Jordan Brandon can continue to do it. Looking at a 1-1 count now.
Come on, Jordan, you're in control here.
I believe that's Glossick, second baseman, hitting .313. Checking the runner. Here's the pitch now. That's sent towards short. Brady Delk's got it, and he fires it over to first. Lockley, and we are out of the inning.
JB.
Brady Delk comes through in the clutch there, making a long-rangey play to his left and completes the throw over to first. And your Wildcats have got 3 outs to get the opportunity here to walk off in the bottom of the 8th. What a huge opportunity this is for your Wildcats. I think I'm just going to stick with you again. I've done so much talking, I feel like, here over this broadcast that I don't know what really more you could say. I mean, you got to highlight your senior here on senior night, and Brady Delk, the Wabash Community College commitment. That's a really great baseball school. As Henry Justice is back out on the mound warming up for the Greenwood Gators, it is imperative for the Wildcats to come away with a win here this evening in a tight game and then finish out this season as best that they can because, well, with their 19-12 record, sitting just 2 games behind them is Logan County with 17 wins. And the RPI is what's going to be the difference maker, I believe, in the district.
Bottom of the 8th. You know him, your senior number 7, Brady Delk.
Now here's the bottom of the 8th, and Brady Delk facing off against Henry Justice. Already with 1 home run here this evening, intentionally walked in his last at-bat. Takes ball 1 low in the zone. A 4-4 tie. Here's the pitch from Justice. Takes strike 1. Took a little something off of that one, did Justice. Looks like he was just taking a chance and just putting that one down across the plate. And he swings through and misses. 1-2 is the count to the leadoff here at the bottom of the 8th, Brady Delk. On deck is Jackson Gass. Here's the pitch. That's a chopper towards third. Can't get it out of his glove, and Brady Delk reaches safely. Boston is over on third. Came charging in. We're going to call that an infield hit. Here comes Jackson Gass, the designated hitter. Played the hero in the bottom of the 5th with that 2-run jack out to left field into the fence. Now, Mangold and Justice want to talk it over with Delk over on first right now. They keep looking his way. talking it over, and this is their second mound visit. Greenwood is a great program, by the way. I do just want to point that out. Their coaches and everybody over there, they've always run a really great program. Showing bunt is Gas, pulls back, and Delk is away.
Nice!
Steals nice and easy.
Is that a ball? It's a ball, wasn't it?
I believe that was ball one. Ball 1-2.
It's not that stupid. Strike. Strike.
0-1. Pardon me. That was strike one. And they're going to intentionally walk Gas now to get to Carson Kelly. After Delk steals second, they're going to just move on from Gas and not give him an opportunity to knock him home after he's already done it once. Carson Kelly with a huge opportunity here. The .333 hitter with 15 RBI. You'd love nothing more than to see him make it 16. Remind me if I'm wrong. I'm asking one of our scorekeepers here. Wasn't it Carson who recorded the walk-off on Friday? Or no, the big hit. The last walk-off we had, it seems like it was Carson. Logan. Was it Logan that Carson?
No, Jackson.
It was Jackson that had that one. Strike one to Kelly. Will Height wants to just coach him up a little bit here. Quick little coach-player meeting. Gives him a pat on the backside. That's an attaboy if I've ever seen one. That's a go get 'em if I've ever seen one. 1-1 is the count. Nobody away and runners on first and second. Shows bunt, pulls back. Now that's ball one. Mangold wants to talk. He's asking for it. Mangold really fussing about it behind the plate.
1-1.
We need to bring VZ back out here. Mangold's arguing too much. 1-1 is the count. Gas on first, Delk on second. Wildcats just needing one to come across home plate. Justice gets the signal, checks the runner. Here's the pitch, shows bunt. Fouled it off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We've been unable to get a bunt down here tonight. Unable to push it out there onto the field, but now looking at 1 ball, 2 strikes, and Carson's going to rear back and hit one. Shows bunt again, fouled it off, and that's going to be out number 1. Now here comes Owen Lockley with 1 away and runners on first and second. Lockley coming into this one, hitting a team best average at .374 for the freshman first baseman. What a monumental hit for his career and confidence that this would be on senior night to score the senior Brady Delk, one who has meant so much to this school and program in terms of athletics and just as a person. Here's the pitch, shows through, swings over the top of that one, does Lockley. Strike 1.
Come on now.
Hendrik Blankenberg on deck.
You didn't have no outs. You just trying to get it out.
Lockley digs in. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. Breaking ball didn't break as much as I believe Lockley thought it would. Stayed a bit high in the zone. Gets behind in this count now. 0-2 with 1 away. Gas still on first. Delk still on second. With a little bit of that sunlight still out there in the West. Here's the pitch. Called ball just outside. Mangold, I tell you what, he better chill out. And I think, yep, he's going to get an earful right now from the home plate umpire. He's about to get tossed. And he's going to have the coach come out and talk to him.
Give him his papers.
I can't really express how much disdain Mangold's had behind the plate. And he's continued to talk that talk. And our home plate umpire has heard enough. So he discusses it with Jaggers, the head coach over at Greenwood. I believe he's just going to get away with a warning here. Lockley's going to dig back in, looking at a 1-2 count. Mangold will remain in the game, setting up in the middle of the plate. And Delk's going at third. He's safe. Yeah! Delk steals third. Going to be a 2-2 count now. As Delk gets out there, showing off the speed, and runners on the corners with Gas and Delk. I'm not going to lie to you, I didn't expect that one at all. And now Mangold's trying to say that Lockley was in the way.
He's in the box.
All kinds of discussion going on down there on the field right now. Mangold wanting to ask, looking at his coach for something. But now, just pointing out runners on the corners at first and third.
So anything over their head, the game's over. So they're trying to cut off a line drive.
Infield is in. A pop fly would do it. Gonna go ball low and run this one to a full count.
He's gone.
And Mangold is gone, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep. Rings him up, sends him out of here. Mangold is gone. The catcher for the Greenwood Gators has been tossed from the game.
What's he going to
He wouldn't stop talking, and now he is tossed.
Who's the guy put in catcher? I guess the guy that was in there. He can't re-enter.
Let's see.
Or the guy that was pitching to start with.
We're going to see Jackson Lee, it looks like, running in from second, is going to come in as catcher. Well, this is something else that's new for me. First time in 4 years that we've seen it here at home. I have yet to see a player get tossed in this manner. Hey, shout out Bobby Cox, man. One of the greatest to ever do it. Manager of the Braves, passing away. Same week as Ted Turner. Ain't that something? I mean, the absolute same week as Ted Turner. I mean, that is a wild coincidence. And Bobby Cox, who got tossed more than anybody, as the manager for the Atlanta Braves. And Jackson Lee's going to have to get in there and get his gear on. And Lockley, keep in mind here, Owen Lockley is looking at a 3-2 count with one away and runners on first and third. So Lockley's got to stay locked in, no pun intended. He's got to keep his head in the zone here because he could possibly be looking at one pitch, and that's it. Don't understand how, like, just you can't keep your mouth shut right there. I mean, you've got to do it because you got to look at the situation with one away and runners on the corners. I mean, you're an integral part of your team. You hit 400. You just got to hush. But you know what? These are also kids out here, by the way. But this is a big moment And I'm certain that he'll learn from it. His coaches will probably do some serious teaching after this in terms of running some polls. And we'll find out how this ends up here at Franklin-Simpson High School here momentarily as Lee's still in the dugout getting his catcher's gear on right now. I see him walking towards the other end of the dugout. It looks like I think he's getting on his last bit of his equipment. It's been a pretty good time here tonight, too. I'd just like to point that out and say thank you to everybody that's stuck with us here in the bottom of the 8th inning. We're in extras right now, and thank you to my producer back in studio, Kendra. Appreciate you so much for hanging out with us here tonight, pressing all the buttons, making things go off without a hitch here on 92.3 WFKN, whether you're listening on the app or you're listening on the radio here with us, or you're listening no matter how you're getting across on our website, 923WFKN.com, or you're checking in with us watching on Franklin-Simpson Channel 9. Now, what kind of a crazy moment here for Jackson Lee to have to come in. And what if there's a pass ball? That's a scored run with the speed of Brady Delk standing over on third. So Lee's got to really come in here and lock in. He's caught. He's played second base. He started the game as a pitcher now. And I mean, this is all kinds of just wild moments. They've got a new right fielder, or second baseman, pardon me.
Moving to catcher number 26, Jackson Lee.
3 balls, 2 strikes after an extended break there after the catcher for Greenwood, Mingle, gets rung up and sent out of here. Tossed from the game by our home plate umpire after giving a really cordial warning, in my opinion. You don't get much better of a warning than that. I mean, that was an extended warning. Three balls, 2 strikes. Got to lock in here for Owen Lockley. Henry Justice. Here's the pitch. Ball 4. Delk stays put at third after the pass ball and that doggone backstop. I tell you what, I can't stand that thing.
Come on, Goose.
That thing turned and bounced right back to Jackson Lee. And now Jaggers is going to come out and have more of a discussion and talk it over with Henry Justice. He's not taking the ball from him, and the bases are loaded with Hendrik Blankenberg coming to the batter's box. Man, what a game this turned out to be. And I'm telling you right now, this team always has had a ton of fight in them from the very beginning of this season. That's what's so great about these kids, man. They just don't quit. Hendrik Blankenberg, a .397 hitter, playing left field for your Franklin-Simpson Wildcats with 12 RBIs.
Number 15, left fielder.
Could make it lucky number 13. Possibly the biggest of his career right now. Infield is in. 1 away. Just need a pop fly. Here's the pitch. Takes strike 1 on the outside part of the plate. That's a good pitch from Justice. Colton Turner on deck, who leads the team in RBIs with 24. Infield is in. Outfield is in. Everybody's in. Here's the pitch. Ball inside. 1-1 is the count with 1 away. Bottom of the 8th. Justice has got the signal. Here's the windup. There's the pitch. Fouled off. Whoa, boy. Put a good swing on it. Fouled off towards that house. Back behind the Wildcats dugout. Having to readjust his pitch comm behind the plate is Jackson Lee. 1-2 is the count with one away. And Goose gets back in there and ready to go. Digs in. Bases loaded. Bottom of the 8th. 4-4 tie. Can they do it? Here's the pitch. Another foul ball. Way to battle, Hendrick. Way to battle. One-two remains the count with one away. Lockley on first, Gass on second, and Delk on third. The lone senior could come across here and do it just like the Lady Cats did. Have a senior score the winning run on senior night in a walk-off fashion. Can Hendrick bring him home? Justice sets. Here's the pitch. Another foul ball.
Look, Goose.
Tom Cruise said it in Top Gun Maverick. Talk to me, Goose. Make that back talk to me, son. Bring him home. Justice sets. Wind up. Pitch. Popped up. Foul ball again. Battling is the junior. Blankenberg, a name synonymous with Franklin-Simpson baseball and softball right now. His sister, an 8th grade star pitcher. His brother injured for the season. Here's the pitch. Goes over his head. I thought that caught him in the head for a split second. I really thought that caught him in the top of the head for a split second. 2-2 count. My goodness, what just an unbelievable time we've had here this evening. Here's the pitch. Goes over his head again. Brady stays put. Over on third base. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Justice.
Let's go, Goose.
Walk the last one. Let's show a good eye here, Goose. Here's the pitch. And he hits him. Walk off. Hit by pitch. Brady Delk brings it home on senior night. The Wildcats win. Come all the way back from a 4-run deficit to defeat the number 2 region-ranked Greenwood Gators. Wildcats win, Wildcats win, 5-4. Walk it off in extra innings. And boy, they're not happy about it.
Well, we give them 2.
Wow. Congratulations, young men. That's how you fight right there. And Brady Delk leads his team into the handshake line. Congratulations, that young man. Brady Delk, it was your night here with that bomb out to left field, that 2-run shot that got your team back in it. You did it right here, son, on senior night. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to Coach Will Height, Coach Delk as well, and this entire Franklin-Simpson Wildcat team. This has been a fun one. Thank you so much for hanging out with me as Hendrick Blankenberg walks it off in extra innings, being hit by a pitch. Congratulations, young men. And shout out Greenwood as well. Always a first-class program. Congratulations. Hey, I'm Cody Schuler. Thank you so much for being with us here tonight on what was a later evening. And we will be back with you on Thursday as your Wildcats come home to take on University Heights. Thank you to my producer Kendra back in studio for hanging out late with us tonight as well. And we'll catch you next time right here live on 92.3 WFKN. Thanks, Kendra. See ya.